Are you thinking about getting into VR gaming but can't decide which headset to get? Well, you've come to the right place, because today we're going to be comparing two major VR headsets, the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. For those who don't know what VR is, I'll be explaining that first. VR is when a device such as the HTC Vive simulates the user's presence in a certain environment. So now all of you should know what VR is. So let's get on with the main topic of the video. The first headset we are going to be talking about is the HTC Vive. The HTC Vive is a very cool looking headset with a bunch of different alcoves where sensors are located. Let's get on to the specs of the headset. The Vive has a 2160 by 1200 pixel OLED screen that runs at a smooth 90 Hz. Meaning, to run it properly, your PC will have to keep its FPS count above 90 FPS a second at all times. The Vive has a 110 degree field of view, combined with a tracking area of 15 feet by 15 feet, giving you an amazing VR experience. The Vive ships with its own Steam VR controller, but is compatible with any PC-compatible gamepad. The Steam VR controller has a total of 72 dots on it, which help to accurately keep track of the Vive headset. To run this beast, your PC is going to need at least a GTX 970 or the Radeon R9 290, combined with 8GB of RAM and either an FX 8350 CPU or Intel's i5 4790 processor. Your PC also has to at least have one HDMI 1.3 port as well as one free USB 2.0 port to connect to the Vive. The Vive comes in at a hefty price tag of $800, so it's not for the faint of heart. Now on to the Vive's main rival, the Oculus Rift. The Oculus Rift has a much cleaner design than the Vive. The specs of the Rift are as follows. It has the same screen as the Vive with a resolution of 2160 by 1200 on an OLED panel running at 90 Hz. Its field of view is also 110 degrees, but has a smaller tracking area at only 5 by 11 feet. The minimum requirements for this one are very similar to the Vive, as you only need 2 USB ports instead of just one. Unlike the Vive, the Rift ships with an Xbox One controller, and if you want the Oculus Touch, which is the VR controller for the Rift, you will have to shell out an extra $100 to $200, and it isn't even on sale yet. The cost of the Rift is $600, but as I mentioned before, it doesn't come with a VR controller, so including the controller, it will be very closely priced to the Vive. All things considered, the headset that is definitely the best bang for your buck is the HTC Vive. It comes packaged with a VR controller, and the controller is out now. For only spending a tiny bit more of money, you get a much better VR experience. Thanks guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to know when future content is out.